Hello and welcome to Fresh Perspectives. My name is Gail, and my guests today are Kelly Thornton from the Small Town Animal Shelter, in Sherman. Are you having an allergic reaction to me? And we've named this little boy Greg. Yeah. We just got the name today, and the little girl that matches him is Jan. And have you picked a name for the black one?
No, this guy don't have a name.
Well, we'll have to think of one by the time the interview is over with. Okay, these are.
I can take him, Gail.
Okay.
Come here, buddy.
Sneaky. Yeah. I was just getting ready to say something. Let's see if I can remember what it was. Okay, and these, you said the ones that are gray and white, their mother got hit by a car.
Yeah.
And so they were orphans, and you had to bottle feed them.
Well, I sent him to a bottle foster.
Oh,
I don't
you?
bottle feed. I don't have time. So
okay. So a foster family.
Yeah. She's just a single lady, and that's just what she does to help. Hold on, let me get this guy put away.
Kind of hyperactive, isn't he?
He's a little angry.
He's a kitten.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, we're babies.
He, before we came on the air, he was purring like crazy.
Yeah.
He's just the friendliest little guy.
The foster did amazing with them. I mean, they're the most social, friendliest kittens ever.
Yeah.
No, you're super sweet, aren't you?
Yes, yes. Now, I remember something, and I didn't think of it the last time you were on back in the spring on Fresh Perspectives. I brought up a subject, but I didn't think about bringing it up until after we'd finished recording the program, so I think I'll mention it now. And that is that I had read somewhere that it's been, researchers have proven that there's something about the frequency of the cat's purring that can heal bones, was what I had read.
Yeah.
So I'd kind of like you to tell the viewing audience some more about it, a little bit more.
So that's actually how cats, if like say a cat has an injury, that's how they heal themselves, the purring. So a purr is not always a happy thing. Sometimes it's them trying to heal themselves with the purr. But cats can also sense that people are struggling, and that purr, it calms them and it helps heal them. And it's crazy how it works like that, but I've heard more than one stories about cats and purring and how they've helped a human heal. So.
Yeah, because I know, I could tell last year in the fall when I broke my ankle, from then through the winter months, she took care of me.
Oh yeah.
My cat took care of me.
Yep.
So
that's what they do.
Like at night when my husband was sleeping, the cat was, basically with me.
Keeping an eye on you.
Keeping an eye on me while he got his night's sleep.
Yep.
So, so that was really, really nice. Now, what about you, Joanne? I imagine you have cats and maybe dogs.
I have dogs. I no longer have cats.
You no longer have cats?
No. Our last one passed. She was 19 and a half.
Did you decide you didn't want to have
I was done with litter boxes.
Well, I used to hate that myself, but because I found a new kind of litter, I don't mind because it seems easy to clean the litter box.
Do you use the crystal?
I use those, I use the ones that are pellets made out of recycled newspaper.
Yep.
And that, I don't know, somehow that just makes it really easy to clean the litter box. You don't get clay or anything sticking in the bottom.
And it doesn't stick to the cat pan. So
yeah. So it's so much easier to clean. Now I don't mind the litter boxes anymore. What I would mind probably would be if I'd had a dog last winter, can you imagine? I wouldn't have been able to take it out and walk it.
Yeah.
Right.
Even now, I wouldn't want to have to go out after dark
Right.
to walk a dog.
Yep.
So,
And that, a lot of people, they get to that point where they're like, I just don't have the capacity to provide what a dog would need. And cats are easier. I mean,
yeah, it does.
pretty self-sufficient, and
It does seem that way,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just the fact that they will use a litter
Right.
box. Most dogs are big enough that you wouldn't be able to do that. But,
No.
but you don't mind
I don't mind.
walking the dogs after.
Well, we have a doggy door and a fenced-in backyard.
Oh,
so
okay. So you don't really have to go out after dark
don't.
with them.
No.
Oh, okay.
no.
Okay.
Do a little shoveling here and there for them because they're small, but
And you are the director of the board of directors at the Small Town Animal Shelter?
I'm a
She's a
board
board
member.
A
Yes.
board member,
Yes.
okay. And Kelly, are you still the dog warden over your way?
for now, yeah.
For now. But you
it's-
have to take them somewhere else,
Well,
right?
so what's happening with the new New York State law? They passed a bill for companion animals, which is a great bill. However, it's kind of hurting me, the little guy. I have a lot of updates that need to be made. So I've asked my individual townships to put in their own holding facility, basically just a kennel. So I no longer have to bring the dogs back to my rescue until I'm able to make the much needed updates and fix what needs fixed. And
Oh, okay.
so I'm trying to no longer bring dog control dogs to my rescue. I'm trying to keep that open for, other animals that may need me, or because usually with dog control dogs, they get reunited. I usually am able to find the owners, and so it's just a temporary place for them to be that's not in my house.
Oh, okay.
So-
Okay. Well, you have a bit of a problem with needing a lot of repairs done to the dog part of your
Yes.
shelter, and do you want to talk about that?
Sure. So last year my pipes froze. I had a plumber come. He unfroze the pipes, but there was a leak under the floor, which means we've got to get into the crawl space underneath the rescue to find the leak. It's time consuming. It's going to cost quite a bit of money. So that's just something that I just haven't had water in the rescue. Fortunately, I have my house out front, so I'm able to go into my house and get water to clean and to, water the animals. I also have a heating issue. We've just kind of been patching things along, but it's getting to the point now where we've got to find a permanent fix because it's not dependable. Like, I can't have my heat just stop working in the middle of January with
No.
a rescue full of dogs.
No, when you have the coldest temperatures of the
Yes.
whole year, yeah.
Yes, and I'm also afraid, with the heating situation, I don't want the pipes to freeze again if I do get the plumbing fixed. But I need all new windows. A lot of the windows are broken. It's served its purpose, but it's in dire need of repair.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you said that because you're a 501c3, you can apply for grants?
I can. The problem there, I don't know how to write grants, as I had said. The other problem is I have to know specifically what I need, what the cost will be, and that's how I have to present the grant request. I'm not a carpenter. I don't know. I don't know how much stuff is. I don't know, where I should start as far as what needs fixed the most.
Yeah.
I don't have that knowledge.
And unfortunately, we're living in a period of time where the prices are climbing
Yes.
consistently.
Yes.
Is there a way that somebody who is a grant writer and maybe would be interested in helping you that way, is there a way that somebody can get a hold of
Yes,
you?
absolutely. They can call me. They can message my Facebook page. I would take any help because like I said, I'm not really sure what the next step is. I mean, getting my 501c3 was hard enough for me, on top of caring for the animals, working a job to pay for the animals. you know, it was hard enough to get the 501c3, and now like the whole grant process is just beyond me. I just don't even know where to begin. So I would happily take any help that is out there. So.
Okay, so do you have a phone number or an email address or something that any grant writers could get a hold of you?
Yeah.
You want to mention what those are?
So my phone number is 716-224-2244. Easy to remember. And then our email is just smalltownshelter@gmail.com.
smalltownshelter@gmail.com.
I will say I'm not the best about emails. I mean, I get a lot.
Do you really?
I do. So sometimes it's like, yeah, I can't deal with emails today. It's always best to reach me by phone. Text is honestly the best, but I can take calls too. So, but I do screen my calls.
Okay.
You know.
I think most people do these days.
Yeah, well, I don't want to answer it and sign up for something. Do you know what I'm saying? I like to screen them to see what people need before I answer them directly.
Oh, okay.
So, because sometimes I get calls and it's not a situation I can help with. So I just don't have the time to.
And it's better off that way if you don't have the answer, to find the answer.
Right.
When you.
Right. And I do get back to people, but it's usually after I contemplate whether or not I can help, and you know, I see if I have the resources, but sometimes that takes me a couple days. So.
Yeah, so basically a grant writer checks out the prices of everything, and
so they wouldn't. What they would do is I would have to hire somebody to come in and give me a quote.
okay.
But with that, I don't know anyone, you know. So I would have to have someone do the quote, and what the grant writer would do is actually word the grant, because the language in a grant is very, very important. Like, I've had people offer to help, but they don't know on the animal end the proper language. They don't really know what they need, what they're asking for. So it can't just be any grant writer. It needs to be somebody who's well versed in, you know, helping vulnerable populations, and they understand the rescue scene and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's all complicated.
It is.
These days, everything is more complicated than it used to be years ago.
For sure.
It's because people keep coming up with more and more and more rules, you know.
Yep.
So anyways, yeah, if any of you out there would like to help, if you've ever helped an animal shelter by writing a grant for them, you know, Kelly might appreciate it if you would contact her. And are you allowed to have fundraisers?
I do. Yeah, I do. I do the local, it's the Cooler Bar and Grill. It's a restaurant bar. They will do bingo fundraisers. We did a cornhole tournament this summer. In the past, we did a super event at the Mayville VFW. But the problem with fundraising is someone's got to plan it, and I don't have that kind of time. Like I'm carrying quite a bit on my plate, so someone has to say to me, "Hey, I want to do a fundraiser for you," and then
they have to offer. To do it.
And I have Cody, who's amazing. Cody is the one who does everything for me at the cooler, but she also works full time. You know, she has her own life, and she can't just focus strictly on fundraisers for me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, I think I'll ask Joanne exactly what are the responsibilities of a board of directors for an organization.
I help her with whatever she needs me to help her with. She calls and texts and says, "Hey, you know, can you do this?" And I'm like, "Sure, I'll be right there."
And
that includes taking care of the animals.
Yes,
probably.
of course.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll ask her opinion. Like, I'll come up with a hard situation, and I'll message her. What would you do in this situation? She's basically just support for me when I'm in over my head.
Well,
But-
yeah, we've been talking about how you have to get things fixed up in order to get dogs again. And I do know that the Northern Chautauqua Canine Rescue in Westfield is going to have to get a new building, a
Yes.
whole new building.
Yes.
There's new regulations and things.
The new act that was passed, it hurt a lot of us. I'm not saying that it's bad, because it's not, because it's going to make animal
Because it's
shelters
good for
step
the
up their
animals,
game.
yes.
But us little guys, it hurt us pretty bad. So we're all just kind of trying to survive through this. And
What about all of us getting together
That's been
and
mentioned.
hiring a
That's-
grant writer?
that has been mentioned.
For all of the
for everyone.
local
For all the-
shelters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I do work with other small rescues, and they're facing some of the same challenges. But yeah, it's like someone would have to orchestrate that, and it's just it's going to take one of us to step up and be like, yeah, let's do this. But none of us really have the time. It's you can't really rescue and do all the administrative stuff on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's I don't know. We're just kind of floating through right now. And fortunately, they're giving us time. Like, that they didn't just say, this is the law, this is how it has to be, you're closed if you can't do it. But am I going to be able to do it in the 2 years that they've given us?
Oh,
I
2
don't
years.
know. I think it's 2 years. I can't remember exactly. Like, I just had my inspection last month. I passed. But a lot of things she said, when I come back for this inspection, this is going to need to be addressed. So my next inspection is going to be a lot more involved. And
Okay. And where do these inspectors come from? The
ag and markets.
Agamart?
Agriculture.
Agriculture and markets.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They do all of the DCO's inspections. They do, like, people that have a breeder's license, they come out and inspect them. That's basically what these guys do, is make sure that all the local rescues are up to par and following the rules, and the animals are healthy, and all that stuff. So
Yeah. Well, would you like to tell the viewing audience how many cats you have in your cat shelter now?
well, this isn't an exact number, but I know I'm somewhere around 25 to 35. A lot of them are kittens right now that I'm just waiting for them to be big enough to fix, and then I can post them for adoption. But that was something with the new law that affected me. We're not allowed to adopt out animals unless they're spayed or neutered, which I do that anyways.
Oh, okay.
But-
So you're actually not allowed to. So, like with a puppy or a kitten, you have to hang on to them until they get spayed or neutered?
So with the puppies, because puppies are a little more for me to take care of while they grow, with the puppies, what I do is foster to adopt. So you are basically fostering this puppy until it is spayed or neutered.
Oh.
Then we finalize the adoption.
Okay.
I will do it with kittens, but last year, 3 of the female kittens that these people agreed to have fixed, they were foster to adopt, they didn't do it. So this year I ended up with not only that cat back, but a litter of kittens as well.
They didn't. What is it? They didn't go through.
They didn't
with-
follow through with
They-
the spaying and neutering.
And
they let their cats outside, which is
Oh.
another rule I have.
So, okay.
It was a disaster. So this year I'm like, you know what? I don't want that to happen again. So I'm just holding on to them because I can't have those mistakes. There's
Yeah.
too many others. I can't add to it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to know if somebody's going to be reliable or
For sure.
not, as far as
Yep.
fostering and then going through with
Yep.
adopting. It is hard to know.
And I make mistakes. I'll be the first to admit it. I give people too much credit. And it does bite me sometimes, but I'm
Yeah.
getting better.
Yeah, you just about have to be psychic, at least
Yeah.
a little bit psychic, to know if you're letting the
Yep.
right person foster an animal.
Yep.
Or even adopt one for that
Oh yeah, and
matter.
sometimes
So-
I adopt a dog, and the people they have no knowledge of how to parent a dog. You know what I mean? So a lot of adopters will continue to contact me long after they've owned the dog. So, I mean, I still have adopters I still talk to 2 years later.
Oh, gosh.
Because they still have questions. They still don't really know. But I make myself available because they're learning, you know, and not only that, but if the animal's happy, I want to do everything I can to keep it in that home. So sometimes that means dealing with their humans.
Yes, yes. Well, the last time you appeared on Fresh Perspectives, you brought a volunteer with you. I think his name is Austin,
Yep.
if I remember correctly.
Yep.
And he's a nice kid, kind of on the quirky side.
It's very quirky.
Very quirky. And after the interview, I remember, that was back in the spring, I remember asking him what kind of, because he's real young, if he's figured out what he wants to do for the rest of his life as a way to earn a living. And he said all he wants to do is take care of animals. So at a later time, a few days later, I remembered, this is a book I bought at some point in time, Pet Sitting for Profit by Patty J. Moran. That's a really cute dog on the front picture of the cover there. And it says it's a revised edition, and I bought this several years ago because sometimes I pet sit for people that I know. I mean, you know, there's only like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 families that I've ever pet sat for. And I saw this book, I think it was in a catalog or something, so I decided to get it. I thought maybe it would have a lot of information on how to take care of the animals, you know, and stuff like that. And but as I'm reading it, I realize it's a book on how to run a business.
Yeah, right.
How to do it as if you're going to do it like a full-time job or something. So it wasn't something that I wanted to really do as a full-time job, but I liked to do it, you know, for people that I knew.
Yeah.
And so since he told me that's what he wanted to do with his life, is to take care of animals, I had suggested to him, do you remember, well, maybe you should get one of those, an education to be one of those people that help in the veterinarians' offices that work
vet
with
tech.
the vet techs, yeah. And you told him it would be a good idea and everything. And then I remembered afterwards that I had this book. So I've got a plastic bag to put it in because I heard it was going to rain today. So
Okay.
I want to give that to you to pass along
Absolutely.
to him.
Nice. Yeah.
He may have to. Yeah, there's a lot in there about how to run a business.
Yep.
You know, the business end of things.
Yeah.
And I think that anybody who wanted to do it as their full-time job would be an education in that book for them.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And I hope maybe he can get a job either doing that or as a vet tech, you know.
He would do well as a vet tech, but he's not ready yet. He's getting a lot of experience working at the rescue. He's learning how to flea treat. I'm teaching him how to check teeth. I'm, showing him signs of sickness. He's learning a lot working at the rescue, but he's not ready yet for a full-time vet tech position. He has the potential to get there, yes.
Just because of his love of animals,
Yes,
and cares about what happens to them.
Yeah, he absolutely does.
He's got the right disposition for it.
For sure, for sure. I mean, like I said when we were here last time, he has been my longest volunteer. People come and go. They come in, they see the work involved, and I never see him again. Austin is tried and true. He's always there. And
I've I've had Patty Benton from the Northern Chautauqua Canine Rescue. She's not able to show up till noon here on Saturdays when I do an interview with her, because she's one of the people who has to clean the dog shelter on Saturday mornings. So, so yes, you have to be willing to be, you have to kind of be somebody who enjoys working hard.
Right.
You know, and some people do.
Yep, for sure.
I mean, Patty's even got 5 dogs of her own in her own house.
I think she adopted another one. I'm not sure if it was
really?
Patty. I took some puppies there, and the puppy wasn't going to go up for adoption.
After it met Patty?
I think it was Patty. I can't remember which one in particular, but I called to follow up and see how the puppies were doing, and they're like, yeah, that puppy never even made it to the adoption floor. So I can't remember if it was Patty or Celeste or who it was. But yeah, I mean, it was a great little pup, so I was glad.
Was it a baby dog, you mean, or just a small variety dog?
Is it awful that I can't remember? I feel like it was a Chihuahua mix, maybe.
Oh. Yeah.
I've had so many dogs, I can't.
Yeah, you know, I know you see a lot of Chihuahuas at shelters.
Yes. Because, well, a lot of the reason is Chihuahuas are the perfect animal for, you know, older people. They're pretty low maintenance. They'll potty on a potty pad. They'll, you know, they're pretty low maintenance. So what happens, though, is these people go into assisted living, or they pass, or, you know, and the family doesn't want these dogs. So that's how they end up in the shelters. So that's pretty common.
Sometimes it is also because of their attitudes.
Well, that too.
The dogs' attitudes.
Chihuahuas
Joanne?
tend to be a little,
Yeah, they're a little snippy sometimes.
yeah, they think they're big dogs.
Yeah. But I have a Shih Tzu that's the same way,
Yeah.
so it's not breed specific.
It's not breed specific.
Well, you know, our cat that we have at home, she seems to be afraid of visitors.
Yeah.
But with me and my husband, she acts real bossy.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. She is the boss. She's probably mad that you're inviting strangers into her house.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, she's kind of funny. I mean, my husband, he wanted to sit down one night recently, and she was where he wanted to sit. So he did this thing where he went like he was going to sit on her. You know, this little 9-pound cat, you know, like he was going to sit down on her. And he was literally touching her
And she didn't
before
move.
she finally got out from underneath him. But then after he got sat down, oh, she was being a really bitchy little girl.
Yeah.
She came around and was acting angry at
He
him
took her
and
chair.
scolding him and slapping him
Oh,
with
my
her
goodness.
paw, you know. And
Oh, my goodness.
it was pretty funny. We had a good laugh over it. That she was acting sassy. Yeah. Yeah. So. But anyways, so you can pass that book along to
Absolutely.
Austin. Well, you should read it yourself too, maybe.
Honestly, it could probably benefit me because I didn't ever intend to start a business. This is not how things were supposed to go.
I don't remember. This was, geez, probably, it might have been as much as 15 years ago when I bought the book, and I did read it. There might be a chapter on how to write a grant.
Oh, maybe. I'll check it out
You
before I
know,
give it to him for sure.
Yeah, you definitely should look into it.
Because I just wanted to save animals. I didn't want to do all this other stuff, but come to find out, you can't just save animals.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes with it.
Unless you're a rich person
Right.
that can just
Right.
donate money
absolutely.
to help animals.
But
yeah.
I don't play the lottery, so that's not an option. So
I don't either. I've never bought a lot. I've had lottery tickets that other people
Had bought
have
for
given to me as gifts.
Yeah.
None of them have ever won me anything, I'll have to admit, though.
Yeah.
You know, which is why I don't buy
Right.
them, because I don't want to waste a lot of money
Right.
buying lottery tickets if none of them are going to win me
Right.
anything.
You're just donating to the state.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really.
Yep. So I'm going to have to get rich by working, but I only have 40 hours a week that I can dedicate to work. So
Oh gosh.
something's got to change.
Yeah, yeah. You're probably working too hard,
I am.
Kelly.
I am, and I keep saying it's going to get easier. It's going to get easier, but I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Now, do you have any tips, the two of you, for problems that people sometimes have with dogs or cats that you could maybe give some advice on? I
Like
mean,
attitude problems, or I mean, what kind of problems?
well, some animals are pretty stubborn. I
they
know.
are.
We had a dog that was. We managed to train him. We managed to convince him to get him to not jump on us.
Right.
And you would think they would get the picture and not jump on other people.
Yeah.
I mean, this one dog that we had, he never got over it.
Yeah.
He never, ever his entire life could we get
Break in.
him to be around visitors the way we'd succeeded at getting him
Right.
to be around us. And if those visitors didn't do what we'd done
Right.
to keep him from jumping on us, if it wasn't them, if it was just us getting after him, it didn't seem to do much good.
Right.
It would have had to be the visitors.
person. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so.
and that makes total sense. It's kind of funny. Justice, I still have Justice, the dog that I showed pictures of last time I was here.
Was that one of the really big dogs?
Yeah, he needs a unicorn home, which are impossible to find.
Unicorn meaning.
Meaning,
Impossible.
you're not going to find it.
Oh.
1 in a million.
Yeah, like he can't be around cats. He can't be around other dogs. He's great with humans in all aspects, but
It's a little rambunctious.
well, he's hyper,
Right.
right? So like I couldn't send him to a home with little kids.
person.
He would knock him over.
Right.
Same with the elderly. I had a guy come to meet him, but he was in his 70s, and I just, I worried that Justice's size, it wouldn't have been good. So I still have him, but I have a dog walker that comes to walk him, and Justice used to jump on me all the time, and my balance is off, so I mean it would almost knock me over. Well, this dog walker has been coming, and through working with Justice, he doesn't jump on me anymore.
Wow.
I don't know what he did.
Wow.
But yeah, he's been really super good. He has not jumped on me in probably 6 months. So I don't know what it is about the dog walker.
Do you think it might be just that the walker is a man?
It could be. I mean, because Justice
Something
will
about-
sit for him. Justice does whatever Jimmy says. And that could be what it is that Justice was always around a man. A man was the authoritative figure, and he sees me as a woman that, I don't know, that could be what it is. But yeah, Jimmy has totally turned Justice around to a different
Wow.
dog.
Wow.
So a lot of it might be the harness. When you put a harness on a dog, they become a different dog. Does that make any sense?
Well, I mean, it's like a thunder shirt or
Yeah.
or something. They have a different purpose. They understand and see
It's
that
not
as-
playtime.
Yes.
Like this is, I've noticed the harness on him. He is amazing on a harness. But the minute that harness comes off, he reverts back to
Crazy.
his wild self. So I don't know if that's why, but yeah, I've noticed a big difference there. But I can't tell other people how to not make their dogs jump because mine still jump. I have a Boston who's terrible. I mean, but she's just happy. She loves people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Yeah, with a little tiny sized dogs, it's not going to hurt anybody if they jump on them.
Well, she scratches.
Does she?
She's about 35 pounds. She's
Really?
a chunky Boston.
Oh,
So when she jumps, all of her weight goes into her claws and she scratches. So, like, my mom won't come in unless the dog's put away because she just scratches you up. Like, she doesn't mean it, but
Yeah, well, they get so enthusiastic.
Yeah.
And dogs want a lot of attention.
All the
I mean,
attention.
you can't have anybody come to your house to visit without the dog wanting them to fuss over
Yep.
them. The one dog that we had was turned into a very well-behaved dog. She was half husky and half something else. Somebody at one time had said maybe because of the kind of ears that she had that they thought it might be some German Shepherd in her.
Yeah.
But the people who we got her from didn't know
Train her.
for sure
Oh.
didn't know for
Oh.
sure what kind of dog the father was.
Oh, gotcha.
It was the mother was a Samoyed Husky, but the puppy that we adopted from them was very large, a lot bigger than a Samoyed Husky, and was black.
Oh, okay.
So anyways, but the one thing that she wasn't rough with people. She was pretty good that way, but the one thing that she would expect visitors to do, and it got to where it was kind of embarrassing, really, is she'd roll over on her back and want them to rub
Belly
her
scratches.
belly.
Yeah.
which is okay with. Which is okay, you know, if
they're a dog person.
if they don't mind rubbing a dog's belly.
Right. Yeah.
But you never know.
But you know, I will tell you, it means they trust you. Because if an animal is willing to expose its internal organs to you, like that's a vulnerable position for a dog or a cat. And if they do that, that means they trust the person. It means they're getting good vibes.
Well, I used to have a cat. And that was another animal that was kind of a leery of visitors.
Yeah.
But he loved to have me rub his stomach, and cats usually
Not all.
usually don't
Yeah.
like to have their stomachs rubbed, but that cat just loved to have his
Yep.
stomach rubbed.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah, we thought he might be part Persian because, the only difference in his appearance between him and a Persian was that he didn't have the completely flat face.
Yeah.
But he had the big fat paws
Yep.
and that
Not
difficult.
all of them have a really, really flat face.
Yeah, Persians can have a little more of a stuck-out face. So,
And he was one that just showed up at our house in the winter months unexpectedly. He was in one of the outbuildings.
he adopted you.
Yeah, basically, we think somebody must have tossed him out there
Yeah.
because nobody ever was looking for a
Right.
cat that fit that description. But he had these really cute, big, fat paws, and that really long, thick, difficult to take care of fur.
Yeah.
Yeah, hair. He was black. He was another one of the black cats we've had over the years. But then after we'd had him for 7 years, a gray cat, a long-haired gray cat showed up at our house. So we adopted him also.
He adopted you.
Well, yeah, he showed up here. But we're pretty sure that was in the winter also. So we're pretty sure somebody tossed him out
Yeah.
in our neighborhood too.
Especially if there's barns nearby.
People
People think that it's okay to dump their domesticated cats
that
on
they don't
farms.
that they don't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But little
yeah.
do they know those cats rarely make it.
Yeah.
Like you can't throw a cat that's used to being inside it to a farm and expect it to survive. They don't
Yeah.
know how to hunt for food. They don't know how to
Yeah.
find warmth. Like
Well, that gray cat actually was quite the hunter.
Yeah.
The veterinarian seemed to think he was like 10 or 11 years old.
Oh wow.
Or not months, I meant to
Oh,
say,
months.
10 or
Okay.
11 months. Young, but not quite adult, you know.
Yeah.
They thought that about both of those cats now. Well, we kept him too, and he was a character, that gray one. Just from having gone through books that with pictures of cats,
Yeah.
he looked a lot like a Turkish Angora.
Oh.
He was gorgeous. His fur was this silvery shade of gray,
Yeah.
so we named him Silver. And we had to get him neutered right away because he'd been picking on the
Oh, yeah.
long-haired black cat. So
Yeah.
we had to nip that in the bud.
Yeah.
But he was so funny. He used to do the most interesting things. He's the one I was telling you about before we started recording the program that got scared when he saw a monster come out up
Yeah,
out of
on
the
the
water
TV.
on television. Yeah. He was so funny. He just kept us laughing all the time. Both of those cats lived to be up around 18 years
Wow.
old.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
That's pretty good.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, definitely people should not go throwing their
No.
animals.
I mean,
it's like-
you should euthanize it. If you're going to do that, you're better off euthanizing it, because then at least
Well,
it's not going to suffer.
it's kind of like dumping. Maybe your cat isn't real well behaved, or your dog, or something like that. But see if you can, or maybe they have a health problem that they
Right.
don't want to deal with.
Right.
But I'm thinking if they're dumping it out by an animal out by somebody's house, they're dumping what they think is a problem off onto somebody
Somebody else.
else. And it's not fair to those other people.
So dogs are getting dumped lately.
A
Bad.
lot? Really?
Bad. There's one loose right now, and I think Ellicott Bill, maybe. They are pretty sure those two were dumped. But there's just dogs are getting dumped all over our area for whatever reason, because all the shelters are full. So there's nowhere for these dogs to go. So, and it's kind of crazy. Like the more we put ourselves out there to try to make a change, the more likely we are to be the next victim of a dumped dog. Because then they know we're there. They know we'll help. So it's like one of those things, it's a double-edged sword. We want to try to get help for these animals, but if we go to the media, then people know, and then they're going to dump dogs in that area because we took care of this dog. Why wouldn't we take care of that dog? You know what I mean?
Right, right.
So, yeah, there's been a lot of that lately.
Another problem is if an animal gets sick. Do you know anything? I know I asked Patty Benton about this one time. Do you know anything about health insurance for animals? Do you know either one of you know anything?
I don't.
I mean, there is health insurance. It's a little pricey, and they don't always cover everything. It's, and it depends. There's a lot of different companies.
I have far too many animals to even look into pet insurance. So.
My daughter did for one of hers. She tore both of her ACL, well, whatever it is, in a dog. She broke her shoulder.
Oh my goodness.
She's one of those dogs.
Oh, God. The dog, actually, there's something about, it's something the particular dog is predisposed to injuries.
Or it's just clumsy.
Yeah, she's just a klutz.
Yeah.
I
She's just a big
just
bad
wondered.
klutz.
I do know that there is health insurance for dogs, but
A lot of my adopters have it. Especially, previous adopters will come back and they'll say, oh, I'm just going to add them to the insurance plan. So, I mean, I know it covers spay, neuter, vaccines, all basic health care. I don't know, on the emergency end, how much it helps. That I don't have any experience with. So, if your dog got hit by a car or something, I don't know what the insurance would pick up on that. So, yeah, I don't really know enough about it yet.
yeah, I mean, I've known people who had pets that got injured or whatever, but they were, well-to-do enough that they could pay for
Right.
it, but a lot of people can't,
No.
and it's probably a majority of people. Now you keep hearing about how things, you'll see things on television and like that about wanting people to adopt shelter animals and like that. And yet, one thing that probably stands in the way of people adopting animals is knowing that veterinary care is getting
Through the roof.
expensive.
It is.
So,
I actually had a woman the other day. I felt horrible, but she was from another state,
oh, okay.
within driving distance, but
Uh-huh.
her cat was very sick, and she lived on a limited income. She didn't drive, and she's like, I felt horrible. She's like, my cat is just suffering. There's nothing I can do about it. I told her I was unable to help. Unfortunately, my rescue is tapped right now with cash because we're fixing a lot of kittens right now. So every cent goes to that. So I did give her some resources for other places. She didn't end up calling me back, so I'm really hoping she found someone. But I mean, like, my heart went out to her. I get it. I get it. Like, it's devastating. When my kids were little, our animals, when they would get sick, you know, it was so hard to come up with that money, even back then, just to get them to the vet. I can't imagine what costs what they are now. We are getting a new vet, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't say a whole lot because I don't know.
Is that going to be somebody that's going to be in Sherman?
Mayville.
A veterinarian's office in Mayville?
I mean,
Oh my
maybe I'm
gosh.
jumping the gun, but last I knew, we should be getting a vet here in Mayville very soon.
Oh.
And he's been in the business for quite a while, lots of experience. He's a local, which is amazing because locals understand how we roll around here, you know. So yeah, that could potentially be coming up. And he's a super kind guy.
Is it kind of like a middle-aged person?
I think he's younger than me, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do. I think he's younger than me. He's got little babies, like little kids. So
Oh,
he's gotta
okay.
be
So
younger.
he's fairly young then.
Yeah, he's pretty
Well,
young.
when you said he'd been a veterinarian for
Oh yeah, but I think he went right to vet school and jumped right into the practice after high school. So I mean, he's been at this for a long time. He does my rabies clinics, so that's how I have the inside
your
scoop.
rabies clinics, you mean just for the animals you have at your shelter?
No, we do through the health department. They provide rabies
Oh,
vaccines, and
right.
then we set up a free clinic for. I try to do one a year, but it's hard to find vets to volunteer their time. So he did my last one for me because my poor vet, I didn't even ask him. He had done like 2 other rabies clinics for 2 other DCOs, so I was like, I'm not going to bother him. So I met this new vet, and I'm really hoping he brings some good stuff to the area. So
Did he just recently move to the area then?
no, he's been here. He was working in Dunkirk, and now I think he's in Jamestown. But
He's working with other veterinarians.
he's working under someone else right now.
But wants one of his own.
He's going to open his own.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully by the time I come back next time, they'll be up and running.
Oh, okay. So no names mentioned yet.
Yeah, I don't dare to yet, just in case anything changes. But
Okay,
should be by the
okay.
end of this month, I'm hoping.
That sounds really interesting. I heard the same thing about a chiropractor coming
Oh,
to
really?
Mayville,
Nice.
and that was way back early in the spring. And but I haven't heard anything yet, and we're in November.
Yeah.
So
Well, and I think a lot of the times people commit to something and don't realize how much is involved with starting up. You know, so I mean, I think they come and they run into delays and stuff like that. So, which I'm hoping he doesn't run into any of that because I really need another vet in the area. But yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. Now, as we were sort of starting to get into, you know, the one dog that we had that liked to have her stomach rubbed, well, it was probably my fault because I do that to get her to calm down when she was a puppy. So
I used to do it with my feet. I'd sit in my recliner and the dogs would roll over on their backs and I'd scratch their belly with my foot. So it just became a thing.
Yeah. But she did something called submissive wetting. Are you familiar with that? It's the only dog that we had that did that. She never really outgrew it. I mean, she got to where she didn't do it with those of us that lived with her.
But when new people.
But when somebody came to visit, right away she'd pee.
Yep.
So.
And sometimes it's excitement, sometimes it's fear. It's just, that's just their response to, you know, heightened stimulus. or stimuli or whatever.
And I think it's mostly females that do it, is
Mm-hmm.
it? You've seen males
do it. I had a Schnauzer, I think he was, the one you groomed. You'd talk to him and he'd pee. But he went back to his owner, long story.
Was he one of the miniature ones?
He was little, yeah. But when he was with me, I started him on a med for that. I can't think of which one it is. But it calmed him down, and they ended up keeping him on that, and now it's not as bad. Why can't I remember what it was called?
I don't know.
Like, it's not Prozac, but it's like
It's
Prozac.
like kind of on the order of an
Fluoxetine?
antidepressant?
Yeah, yep. And it just, because a lot of the time it's anxiety. So it helped him get his anxiety under control, so he wasn't as fearful when new people would come. So that is an option. Like, there are ways to work with the wetters.
Yeah, yeah.
My dog has a wrap he has to wear.
Well, anyways, this dog was huge. She was a really, really big dog, and so puppy pads or something.
Yeah.
We had, whenever we'd be expecting company after that, it got to where when we noticed they were showing up, we'd have to get her outside.
Yep.
And let her greet the people outside.
Yes.
Instead of in the house.
Yep. And that's what you do. You learn to work with it.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
So.
But otherwise, she was just probably the nicest of all the dogs we've ever had, really, otherwise. She was really smart. If you wanted to go for a walk in the woods with her, she would not leave the yard and go with you unless she knew you had the
Leash?
dog whistle.
Oh.
The dog whistle.
That's funny.
You had to show her the dog whistle first. So so it was she was a lot of fun. We liked her a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably one of those dogs that's hard to replace.
It is.
Yeah, impossible actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so anyways, and what about cats' behavior? Some of them are real, like terrorists.
They are.
I have lived with a couple different cats that were terrorists.
Sometimes it's a color thing. A lot of times,
I agree.
Calicos are just snotty.
They're snotty, and orange cats are crazy.
Yeah.
Well, the ones that I had problems with were the striped ones.
Tabbies are hit and miss. Like, sometimes they're super sweet and cuddly. Other times, I have one actually at my house right now. She climbed a tree. She got outside, climbed a tree, 70 feet up.
And then couldn't come down by herself.
So I had a tree guy come out from Corey, Pennsylvania. He couldn't reach her. And then the next day, I heard her up there meowing, and I'm like, we're running out of time. We've got to get her down. So pretty much the whole village came, a couple of volunteer firemen. So we cut a bunch of branches off, and they got the cherry picker, and then this guy just happened to be working in the village that day, this tree climber, and he ended up going up, and he took the catch pole and snagged the cat and brought it down. Well, then at the bottom, everybody was holding a sheet, and so once he got her out of the catch pole, he just dropped her, and they caught her in the sheet. It was quite the experience, but she's a tabby. She's a tabby calico. She's a monster.
Yeah. Oh yeah, one of those showed up at our houses. One that we thought was dropped off, and it was Alicia's Aunt Paula.
Cousin, yeah, she's my cousin.
Came and took it.
Yep.
Because we had 2 cats at the time.
Right.
And I would have liked to have adopted her because she was quite cute.
Yeah.
But but anyway, Alicia later told me that cat got adopted right away.
Oh yeah. Oh,
because,
for sure.
yeah, she was a real cutie.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the ones that were terrorists that I lived with. I mean, this one cat could be cuddling with you and everything, and all of a sudden he'd haul off and scratch your face.
Yep.
He was terrible. And I was telling that to Dr. Jessica Wilkins.
Okay.
One day I was telling her about it. I said, nowadays I refuse to adopt a tabby. You know,
Left a bad taste in your mouth.
I've had some tabbies that were terrorists, and she said, and she agreed with me.
You know, animals have mental health stuff just like humans.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
really do.
And I said, I'm not
And
gonna.
it's not just mental health, it's everything.
Yeah.
I mean, they can get high blood pressure, and
Yeah.
they can have diabetes.
Anything we get,
Diabetes.
they
Oh,
can
I
get.
know.
You know,
I
any
know.
any of these.
And that all
health
can affect
conditions.
behavior.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But they can't tell us what's going on, and that's the difference between them and us.
Yeah, yeah, they can't
Exactly.
speak English. But so anyway, I told that to Dr. Wilkins, and she agreed with me. And then she said, like what you said, that some people have that problem with calico cats.
Yes. Yep.
So
And torties, they call it tortitude.
tortitude.
Tortitude, because torties, every tortie I've ever had has had an attitude. And it just goes with the color. I don't know why. I don't know if it's their genetics. I don't know what it is, but you know. But every once in a while, you get one that just doesn't fit the mold. That does happen too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. The vast majority of cats that I have known, though, have been really nice
Oh, yeah.
cats.
Yeah.
You know, so we've got a minute left. Is there anything else you'd like to mention to the viewing audience, either one of you, about cats or dogs or your particular shelter in Sherman?
So anytime I groom animals, I am Joanne's Puppy Palace in Sherman, New York.
Oh, okay.
So any non-full groom, I donate to Kelly. So any toenails, any gland, any ear cleaning, anything that's just not a full bath, wash, cut, I ask for a donation and give it to Kelly at the
Oh,
rescue.
yeah.
so say the name of your business again.
Joanne's Puppy Palace.
Joanne's Puppy Palace. So it's mainly just dogs that you do.
She
Oh, I
does
can do cats, too.
She shaved a couple cats for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I can groom cats
well,
without
that's
shaving
that's
myself, but
nice
yeah.
to know. They just donate whatever amount they feel like giving you, and you give it to Kelly. Well, it's very nice of you to do that.
And she grooms all of our shelter dogs.
I do that as well.
So,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, that's so nice of you.
It's community. It's working together. She
Yep.
helps me. I help her. I mean,
Well-
that's what we do.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
we both help animals.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's nice to know.
So, yeah.
I'll have to remember that. I will. If I find somebody who says they're looking for
Perfect.
somebody, I'll let them know about
Thank
you
you.
then. Okay, I guess we are at the end of another episode of Fresh Perspectives, and I've had a lot of fun talking with the both of you today.
as
And
well.
thank you so much for what you do for the animals.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. That's what I do for
Right.
the animals, you know, is
Wonderful.
give the
Every little
shelters
bit helps,
publicity.
you know?
Yeah. So I'll see those of you in the viewing audience when I do the next episode.